Good morning, lovely people. Good morning to you. How we doing?
Good morning.
Okay,
Recovering.
not a thing. Hold on. Let's see what's happening. Testing 1, 2. In
Marco.
the place to be. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. Full force. The doom boom boom ba-doom ba-doom boom ba-boom boom. Yeah, I remember that.
That was the coldest. And I was asking that even on 94.7. When we was on FM 90 Star 94.7, we was on there. I was like, we need to get full force. I need to hear Alice. Do
Doom
you
boom.
know nobody could find Alice? And a lot of people didn't know that was the name of it.
Right.
And I'm like,
Uh, uh, uh. You couldn't tell me that wasn't me when I was a kid in high school.
who was you, bow-legged Lou?
Without the curl. I didn't have a curl though.
And you didn't have it. Were you the only one without a curl?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
We got to write that down. That's history.
It is. It is. I stayed away from the activator and the chemicals. The toxic Avenger chemicals. Yeah, no.
You were dancing. Mm-mm. So sweet, so young.
I had a curl.
Used to.
Right, I had a curl. And listen, curls help people who couldn't grow hair grew hair. I mean, I had a problem growing hair. I had, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, a lot of people that couldn't grow hair, when they got a curl, their hair grew like that. So the curls do help you.
It was the moisturize.
Yes.
Scalp was.
That's what it was. Yes.
So that's not a curled hair. That looked like Carefree right there.
No, it's
more leisure.
Triple barrel waver iron.
Okay, shake it. We playing Roger.
Oh, whoa! 1 second. Hold on. Careful with that, Nick. It's all fun and games till you put out an eye.
You gotta put your eye out, all right.
Can't see on one side. That one eye always has to be covered. Oh, I was laughing because they were talking about how when Aaliyah first came on the scene, remember, in the 90s, and it was like, oh, it's mysterious. She covered her eye. Man, we've been covering one eye forever.
Ever.
Come on.
Left
ever.
eye.
I'm supposed to follow up.
Yeah, Nick.
Left eye.
Oh yeah, left eye.
Okay.
I was with the patch in the 90s.
She had a patch, right?
Talking 80s. Let's go, Lisa, and Colt Jam.
Yep. Ooh, that was my first girlfriend.
What?
That was one of no, it doesn't matter. That's not the important part, Mel. She was my girlfriend.
Because Michael Jackson was mine when he wore the yellow and white. Boom.
Yellow and white. You took me back. What's that? That was before Thriller.
Oh yeah, way before. Oh, way before. Yeah, then I got mad when he took Brooke Shields to the Grammys. I was like, I know he don't go with her. I know he don't go with her. Take down all the posters. We about to switch. All right, Prince, I'll give you one.
Listen, I was off the wall, Michael Jackson. That's how far back. Off the wall, Michael Jackson. What?
Was Yellow before Off the Wall?
Yellow was after Off the Wall.
Okay.
Yeah, let's show and prove.
Let's, shall we?
All right, watch this. What's that TikTok where you zip in and you zip out? How that work? I don't know either. Hold on.
I think it's a bathroom run if you ask me. She's trying to be slick.
You got to tell her business. You ain't got to tell her business.
I was talking to you. I wasn't talking to nobody else but you.
Yeah, but everybody can hear you. We live, sir.
Yeah, that is right. We live.
You just conveniently forgot.
Conveniently. It's all right.
Zip in, zip out.
I made it out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That she went to go get the
I can't hear her.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Better get that 95 up on shelf and just enjoy yourself. Here's another one. Boom.
Yes, Thriller.
I don't have the album cover no more, but don't worry about that because I use the album. Now, if I had that Purple Rain, I wonder if that Purple Rain over there.
I don't know where none of mine are.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clear. But that ain't what we're doing right now. Okay.
Zip out.
The Thriller, the Off the Wall album, that was fire.
Yeah. Because wasn't that the first album he did as a solo artist?
Yes, the Off the Wall. So with that being said,
Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh, there we go.
Was it Heartbreak Hotel on that one?
The Motown 25. That's when he came out. And that's when he moonwalked off the stage. And history was made. And everybody lost it. Fun fact, did you know who taught him how to moonwalk?
Me. That's easy. Everybody know that.
Almost, but you said you didn't have a curl. Turbo off of Breaking.
Oh.
That's who that was that little boy that actually he said it was somebody from the street who he found. That was that little boy. It was Turbo. Remember you had Ozone and Turbo?
Yeah, Turbo, yeah.
Turbo showed him how to do it. And he ended up talking about it not long ago. He was talking about how he was a perfectionist and how he kept having to show him. He said, I was getting bored. I just like to dance. But I kept having to go around and around and around and show him. So there you are. Fun fact, lovely people, Michael Jackson lovers, the people who did not waver and did not believe the strangers out there that said what they said and then came back and recanted their story after humiliating someone's whole life, as they do right now on social media. People will make up some stuff and we believe the strangers instead of knowing what we know and feeling in our heart. Always believe in you. Isn't that what they said on The Wiz? So Michael Jackson, the guy, learned how to moonwalk from Turbo off of Breaking.
Okay, Mel. Here's another. Well, something I heard. I want to know where you guys feel about Michael Jackson.
Okay.
When him and Tupac fought, who do you think won?
Mike.
I'm with Mike too.
Mike did. Mike did. I heard about it.
Yes.
I heard.
I believe that too. I believe it.
Let me know. Oh, yeah, let me know. Okay. Jessica from Indiana said, I think the yellow was during the Thriller era because it was the promo release for Human Nature.
Was it that long?
It was. I'm trying to think. I remember he had the white shirt on and he had the yellow. Remember the shaker neck vest? He had that. Oh, he was so pretty. Oh,
Well,
beautiful.
Indiana had some facts sprinkled into it. She made it sound believable.
It's believable because Indiana. It's believable. Okay, we're gonna go with her.
All right, Gary. Indiana.
Okay, Derek said Mike from the hood. Mike got
exactly,
brothers.
And he had brothers.
You got to fight for your life when you got siblings.
And Mike had a father in his life. Pac never had a father in his life. Dad gonna sit there and say you lead with your jab, especially with your brothers. Yeah, I bet you Mike tore that tail up.
Well, sometimes you have to fight, and you learn, and you can't fight. So just because his father wasn't in his life, don't mean that he don't know how to throw them hands physically.
Exactly.
That's probably why he's more mental.
Right.
Oh,
see?
Look at that, y'all.
See? Full circle. That's what we do.
Entertainment.
That's what we do here. Full circle.
That's why he's more mental. It's like I don't got it physically from my dad not being here, but I have to fight through life. So I got to think. Man, look at that. Man, y'all cold.
He walked up on Mike, though, and whop, whop.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Take that with you. Whop, whop.
This the one. Okay. Human Nature. This the one. Oh, yeah. Look at my boo. I got one of them in the back. One of them little brooches. Wait, can y'all see?
Yeah. I remember that.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody fell in love with Mike with that one.
Oh, he was beautiful. That was my boyfriend, but I never got to meet him. Okay. Look, and she corrected. I'm from Youngstown.
I just live in Indiana. I know
Represent,
that's
baby,
right.
baby. So,
Okay. Look, from Youngstown, I just live in Indiana. She's so much from Youngstown. She right next to me. I could roll over in the bed, wake up. She was there. That's my sister.
well,
Mm-mm.
for show purposes, you from Indiana because we worldwide.
Yeah. That part. Oh, check out what I did this morning. I had like reached in the old pocket. Speaking of the 80s, I really like can't fit my clothes from the 80s, but this is an old jacket and it went, you buy them a little bigger. Guess what I found? Don't worry about how it's looking, but I tried it on. I got some Wet and Wild on. Remember Spencer's? Don't
Oh,
judge me.
that's old.
Don't judge me. Listen, I said I'm gonna put this on. So by the end of the show, if I swell up, y'all know it's the Wet and Wild from Spencer's.
Well, this part of the show doesn't include me. I don't. Yeah.
Let me know. And
Child, you went way.
the mood lipstick in the right pocket.
You went way back.
Guess that's just how you was raised.
I save things. Some people might look at it now like, is that a hoarder? But listen, I'm gonna see how it work out. Now I done bought this expensive. What's this called? Mac. Okay. This Mac costs whatever it costs.
Mm-hmm.
This was 99 cents. I mean, it still have. Don't judge me about how it's looking in the inside. Better get something. What's that? The Q-tip. But it's
Yep.
got the worms on it a little bit. Like this probably is worth a lot. This might be worth a lot right now.
Not used.
Mel went digging in the archives of the makeup for real.
You know what? I went into my jacket pocket and I was like,
Well, how long has it been in that pocket then?
that part. That's why I said I can't fit the clothes there, but from back then, like the regular ones, but your coats were always bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm dating myself, so I wasn't like way back in like a 12, 14 youth. It was the 80s. We was at the mall. We was allowed to go to the mall by ourselves. Now we can't go to the mall by ourselves. Why? Because you're people.
You people.
Getting snatched and everything else and fighting and just everything.
Now, how did it go? Watch this. How did it go from you have to be accompanied with an adult? Well, we didn't, but the next generation, you had to be accompanied with an adult because you was with your crew, they was with their crew, and it was fights. So you go from fighting to getting snatched. How did that happen? Being that young fighting to not, okay, well, I'm not allowed to fight, so I'll go ahead and let you snatch me. For some people. Think about it. How did it go from one spectrum all the way to the other? What's your thoughts on that, Nate?
I have no idea. I know that the kids are a lot, let's say, unaware, a lot more unaware than we were. You know what I mean? And plus, we come from a different era. We was fighting and stuff like that. So, screaming stranger danger wasn't our thing. So, I mean, it's just
The stranger was screaming danger.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Because we had this thing called I don't want to do it live because people start running over thinking something's wrong. But when I started
I
that,
want to come to your house.
when I started that in people's spirit, they said. So we had that call. That call, was the truth.
That call
So
like on that boat down south.
yeah, like throwing
Chair,
up the hat.
Up the
We've
hat.
always
the hat, and
we've always
then
had
the
that.
chair.
Can you hear her?
Um. So yes, that was it. The hootie hoo. That was it. Everybody knew. Let's go. Time to go. Somebody in trouble. I don't know. It's okay. That's crazy. Go into the comments. Snatching was the original goal. A mess. Now I remember they had that Atlanta child murders. Now it put everybody on point. I didn't care who you were.
Right.
That's when it started.
Well, it started before then. Factual. The fact it started before then, but for us, that was a wake up call for us. Go ahead, Nick. What you got?
I was gonna talk about snatching. Something happened recently, so I just wanted to put it out there for all the women. All of the women, please be aware of your surroundings at all times, especially when you're going to a gas station. A friend of mine lives in Atlanta, and this happened yesterday morning. She was at the gas station pumping her gas, and some man pulled up in front of her truck, in front of her vehicle in the truck. And he like waved, and she looked, and she didn't think nothing. And she waved back and was pumping her gas. And I guess he rolled his window down and, said he needed her to come to the truck with him or whatever. Anyway, he ended up getting out of his truck, coming over to her, asking her to come to the truck with him. She said, no, thank you. He grabs her arm and pulls her. She starts yelling, and so another man, and there was a lady on the phone next to her, I guess calling the police, and another man saw it, and he comes over there, and he was like, why are you touching her? Get your hands off my wife. He just said that just, to get the man off. So they said the man jumped in his truck and left, and they got the plate and everything and turned it. But ladies, please, at all times, be aware. And this woman is almost,
we gonna go back to that, but let's go back to the children.
Yeah.
With the children, with the Atlanta child murders, that's when we actually it was like, wake up, hold up, somebody got snatched. Even though you had a few back then, because remember we had the milk cartons.
Yeah.
On the back, it was like you was in your cereal and you look like, it was some little person gone.
Right.
But now I've seen in the comments where it is, oh, wait a second, they glued to their phones, so they're not aware of what's around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you something that's really interesting. Do y'all remember how old we were going to Burger King, catching a city bus by ourselves at the mall? Don't get left on the last bus. You better catch that last bus or you stuck.
And yeah, it was like junior high.
Yes.
That's 12, 13.
13. Yes.
Wow. We were latchkey at about what, 8, 9?
Yes. And then they say, don't open the door for nobody. It was your aunt, your grandma, whoever. You looked out the window, talked to them through the window.
Yeah, Mama said, don't open the door.
Don't open it. Cannot open it at all. And you bet, listen, it probably was a test too. So when they be like, open it, you open it, then you get in trouble. What we doing? I'm like, that was a whole setup, an entire setup. But I will say this, with how things are, it got to be the phones. That's one. They're not paying attention. But everything is so protective that sometimes you can protect people so much that they do. It's an easy take.
Right.
If that makes sense. So it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, you call up, you can't hit your child. Oh, your child can't stay in the house by themselves alone. And that's where I was going with the, regarding us being out in the public, catching community busing and everything. You can't do that. Nope, your child needs this. We're going to take your child. So you've gotten to that place where you got them afraid of everything that now is easy to just take them.
Yeah, and I mean, we would get lost. We didn't have cell phones, beepers, and nothing. We were just outside. And now the kids have to have a phone and this, that. I'm like, whoa. I bought my first phone, but I mean, it's a tale of the time. But we didn't have cell phones or nothing.
We all didn't have Kim Hamilton Mays' Cinderella watch to see what time it was to get in the house. You had to look at the street lights.
Street lights.
Go ahead, Nick. What you got?
And when you was out, you better, before they moved up to a quarter, but the pay phones, you better have enough change for the pay phone to let your parents know what's going on. To call and check in.
We didn't, in the projects where I grew up, we didn't have any pay phones around.
What?
We had no pay phones. Not at Westlake. No, you didn't have a pay phone.
You don't even remember the big.
I remember at the mall. I remember pay phones. Yeah, at the mall you had some, but I knew to catch the bus because this is the gig. The gig was you better be on the bus to get here. As long as you back by a certain time and you was on the bus. There was no, I'm gonna come and get you, because there was a lot of people that didn't have all those cars. If mom is at work, what? You better be back and know what's going on. Call me when you get home. Call me when you get home. And then that's when we was calling our parents' job all the time. And that's when you be calling and telling on your brother or sister. They got the cookies, man. If you don't call me,
Man, that bus used to be so crowded coming back. The last bus, standing
yeah.
standing
And
room only.
listen, and that's why you had to catch the bus at Burger King because that's where they started. Because if you
Mm,
was up at Penny's, that was the other end of the mall. You
yeah,
wasn't getting on, and you
no,
had to find a ride.
Oh wow.
And who was finding a ride? Didn't nobody drive. We could not
no,
wait. I couldn't wait till I turned 15 and I couldn't drive too much. I got my license at 16. I was like, okay,
immediately.
immediately. And then your car was packed. Can I catch you? Can you take me home? Because I ain't ready to go. Because you was meeting people at the mall. You know,
You got
that's
$2?
Catching no bus when I was little. I did when I was younger. I did
you
not.
didn't?
I waited till I got my driver's license and was able to drive. I was not catching a bus nowhere.
I did it once or twice. My dad drove the bus, so I didn't even have to pay. And he used to be so mad at us because me and my brother was like, "Ugh, the bus. It's beneath us, father. Give
Yeah,
me a
that's how I
car.
felt.
Give me a car."
That's how I felt. Like I'm not catching no bus.
Well,
I'm
listen,
cool.
we was on the bus and it was so hype. And the gig was go to the back of the bus, poor Rosa Park to far for us, and we trying to head to the back. No, we trying to be there. Like, it was a whole reversal thing, but that was like that's where everybody was at. Social
I've,
hour.
I've done it once or twice, but I waited till I got a vehicle at 16 where I can do it my way. And then I was the king of, hey, you can ride. You got $2? You got $2?
Right, right.
The going rate for gas, $2. I got
You
two
can
dollars
ride,
for gas.
ride,
Listen,
ride all day with that.
was it here?
Woo! Bring back the good old days.
It was like 79 cents a gallon back then.
Yes.
That's crazy. And you know what? Nate, did you ask people for gas money?
Not really.
Did you, Nick? Did you ask people for gas money?
They would just offer.
See, I don't remember people offering, but I ain't even asked for nobody. I was like, let's go. I was ready to go. It was like, this is what we're doing. We're going and we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Now, the sad thing, I think that's probably what's happening because mine, they didn't catch the city bus. I took them on a field. No, I never took them. I wanted to take them on a field trip with the city bus so they could see how it was. I think that's a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just just in case you need a ride. Okay, we're gonna get on this bus and I'm gonna show you how to do this. I probably can't even remember. But I think that's a good field trip because otherwise you'll be lost. Now I remember the one time mine took the Greyhound. Do you remember the
Yeah.
Greyhound?
Yeah.
They took the Greyhound and my cousin put him on the bus, him, Malik and his friend, and they had their headphones on. He said, whatever you do, stay on this bus because it was supposed to be a straight flight. Problem was they had their headphones on, they changed routes, so they had to get off. So if you were going here, they stayed on that bus. Next thing I know, I get a call that said, Mommy, they said we in Buffalo, New York. What?
Yeah.
So let me say this. It was amazing. I'm in a biker club. Buffalo, New York. Oh gosh, what do you mean? How am I going to get them? I had to call a club in Buffalo and say, hey, listen, told them the situation. Boom, they called their people and they stood at that bus station till they got on the bus the next day. So my son calls me and he was like, it's some of your people standing out here. I said, what? He was like, oh, I'm scared. It's some of your people standing there. I said, just sit there. You'll be all right. Well, those people were watching them. So then they end up getting like one, I think Dez got a can of popper juice or something. And he told Malik, hey, watch my juice. I'm going to go to the bathroom. So some guy walks by. Malik said he was like a bum and he just grabbed Dez's juice. He said Dez came back and was like, where my juice at? And he pointed at the dude. So I'm like, what? Bus station? So if y'all from Buffalo, y'all know the bus station that he was at. Fast forward, they got him on the bus. After I ended up talking to the people who paid for the ticket, get him on the bus. They came back. They had to stay overnight at the bus station.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got on the bus. They end up in Cleveland. Shout out to the Mystic Knights. So it was the Brotherhood in New York, in Buffalo, and Mystic Knight in Cleveland. They went there to get them from the bus. I had to get off work to drive up to Cleveland, and I retrieved the 2 packages. But the people that protected them was the MC World, the motorcycle club. So they do other things. A lot of people don't know that, but yes,
Oh,
they
yeah.
do. That's who's seen it through, and it made me feel more at peace because they were letting me know what was going on. They're good. So, and then I went up to Cleveland and picked them up, and everybody was safe. And guess who had a good time? Them. I'm stressed. They had a good time.
And they having a ball.
Yeah, look at these bikes. So I just want to let people know, because they're like, oh God, what goes on? People look out for their own community.
Yep. You can call anywhere and just say, I'm from a club and I need this.
Absolutely.
Don't matter.
I'm ashamed to admit this, but y'all want to know?
I can't hear you.
I said I'm ashamed to admit this, but do you guys want to know the first time I was on the city bus?
No.
Anyway, Nate.
Go ahead, Nick.
2 years ago.
Oh, you was driving it though, right?
No, I didn't start driving it to the following year. 2 years ago. Riding 2 years ago.
Okay. There, everybody knew. Listen, it was. I see. Okay, Nikki said, Nate, miss you at the bus garage.
Oh.
Then you got let me see, got the bus everywhere. Most of the times didn't have to pay because Uncle Hollywood was the bus driver.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking at these comments. Just listen. I was straight. You already know how I was. I was like, here we go. With mine on the bus stuck. Coming from Columbus. And boom, put them on the bus and said, don't get off. They did not until it stopped, and they end up in Buffalo, New York. Party on. Nervous wreck I was. Listen, the buses was the answer, and we still have public transportation. And for those of you who don't know in the Youngstown area, guess what? It's free.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know it's free. So I could just be like, I could save my gas for $1 million a gallon. If you have time. If you have time. Why have we become so afraid of who's on the bus? Because that's what they say. Those people crazy. What?
That's where a lot of homeless people stay, on the bus and the trains, because I was on the train too. A lot of times getting
they stay on the so like they just hop on the bus and just go for a ride because the bus driver has to let them on.
To keep warm.
They keep warm. I mean, as a bus driver, you really have to, especially after a while, y'all gotta go, and that's the hardest thing. But yeah, they go on there to keep warm and just or if it's real hot in the summertime to get cool. But a lot of them will disturb. Now, some of them mind their business, don't bother nobody, but a lot of them will disturb other people's peace and be begging. So
all right. Well, the begging part, But who says that homeless people are crazy? How did we put them together?
Not all of them are, but there's a lot. Not all homeless people are crazy, but there are some that do have the mental issues. And a lot of them, there's a lot, especially there when I was in Houston, they don't want the help. There's help that's been offered to a lot of them. They don't want the help because with that help comes stipulations and rules, and they don't want to follow the rules, and they don't want to abide by those stipulations.
They all aren't crazy, but I remember a guy used to be on there, and y'all probably know him. Nick, you weren't from here. He used to be on the bus all the time. 22 McGuffey. Boy, I'm telling you, memories there. 22 McGuffey bus.
Wow.
And when you get off, he be like, "What your?" You remember that guy?
What did he say?
He would say, "Watch your step," as you was getting off.
I thought you were talking about the old white dude that looked like he needed help, but he had like $1 million. He was real rich, and he would ride the bus and just go get a hot dog from the mall.
And it was just a ride.
Yeah.
You had a lot of people. Now, I'll tell you what's interesting. I have a cousin, not a cousin. I do have that, but we leave that alone. A friend that I went to school with. If you went to Cheney High, she went to Cheney, graduated in 91. She lives under the bridge. Now, y'all know me. And the people that have been listening for years. I'm going to ask the questions because I want to know. I was like, so why you live under here? Because I know it was a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how did you get here from what we went Volney? Oh, how did you get here? And you know what she said? She said, "Oh, it's easier because I'm not tracked. I'm off the radar." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Oh, she is deliberately homeless. And then she told me how because I'm asking, well, how you wash up? Do you take a shower? Boop, 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 boop. No, she goes to like the McDonald's, like you see all those people go in there, they
Mm-hmm.
clean up there. I said, this is deep. But what I'm learning now, working, it was a young girl that was a secretary. She was in college. She has a car. She ended up getting rid of her apartment and living in her car. So this generation is now living in their cars and
Mm-hmm.
to be millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
So you can park at Walmart and sleep in your car. I asked the young lady, I said, well, what about getting a shower to come to work? What? Her clothes are in her car. She goes to the truck stop,
Truck stops.
just like a trucker. And she did that for a whole year. Her senior year at she was at YSU. I was like, how is this happening? What is going on? And she said it's a lot cheaper. She said because as much as she's in school, she said my apartment is just like a storage bin.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I'm just paying this money just so that my couch and stuff have a place to stay. She was like, no. And she wasn't from this area. I was like, oh my gosh, you are living in your car. I'm nervous. And because of what everything is happening, what's going on around us and everything is happening, I'm nervous, which brings me back to the original question. How did we get to this place when we were fearless to now being like, oh, wait, and overprotective and worried about these people?
Well, a lot has gone on through our government and stuff like that. Think about this. There was something called the Boston Tea Party.
Oh,
They they revolted over taxing tea. Now they tax everything coming and going. So everything changed. I mean, the way money is regulated and used, the price of everything. So I mean, like box trucks are going crazy. People are living in them, making RVs and trailers and stuff that they can pull. It makes sense. A lot of people in New York get old cars and old trucks and just live in them because the closet that they're afforded for $6,000 a month and it don't even have a bathroom. That there's no way to live here. I mean, it's just the way tiny homes are going to make a huge. They're coming. Tiny homes is going to be the way
well,
because
they're out already. It only
yeah,
makes sense. It only makes sense. That's probably why a whole bunch of tents are set up. Pitch a tent in somebody's backyard. Okay, I'll just stay out here. You already said that's what y'all do. Y'all camp in the yard. So think about it. How much would you save? Tons,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
tons. But I have to say, looking at that young lady who was the secretary at the school I was at, it made sense how much money she saved. And they are like her, she's fearless, but then it's us that's like projecting our fear for them onto them. And
Yeah.
we know they weren't raised like us, but who knows?
Eh,
And a lot of our fear anymore is because of like certain things happening, because like people that there's more trafficking than there ever was. So they're going to target that young lady if somebody is watching her and sees her, she's more of a target. So it's like we have that going on more so now than ever before.
I I don't think we have it going on more. We didn't have the internet, and we didn't know what was going
No,
on in
Yeah.
Tallahassee, Mississippi, or whatever. Now we have the internet and made the planet smaller, and so we hear about it more. It's the new algorithm. So guess what? We're gonna hear about it. Everyone is news now. Podcasts, you know, a world star. Those are news channels now. You know what I mean? It used to only be three.
yeah, your social media, the podcast, and it only makes sense since they named it the podcast, because I told you it was called internet radio at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then just whoop up, you got a pod, let's broadcast. Podcast, look at that. And somebody making money off of it. But it's not going to be around long. So if you're in it, be in it, hurry up and get on out, or whatever you do. Radio has been around since day one. And if anything happens, we know the radio waves are still going to be there. You're going to have to get
Ooh.
like transistor radios and stuff
CB
like that.
radio.
Yes, but
Yeah.
podcasts and the internet is all controlled by someone who can be like, I had enough of this. Just like they did. Y'all remember when the Instagram models making all their money, and just like that, the Instagram went down? I was like, just like that.
Ooh, everybody was mad.
They have become who they wanted to become and created in their mind. So it's almost like playing dress up. And think about it. Playing dress up as a child, I get up every single day. I put my Wet n Wild on. Y'all see me freshening up. Put my Wet n Wild on. I get on the internet, and all these strangers love me. Now, if this internet is gone, power, who am I? I am back to who I was when I woke up this morning, or pre-internet, pre-social media. I don't know if the people are going to be able to survive it. You know what I mean? It's almost like, are you able to survive without the internet?
Analog versus digital. When everything falls and you got to go back to analog, how can you survive?
Can we do it again?
We can. We can.
What you think, Nick? Can we do it? Can we go back and get rid of the internet and live without it?
We may be able to, because, like he said, because we were used to it. That's how we. But the younger generation, nah, they would die. They would die a double death.
Yeah, just change the Wi-Fi passcode and see what happened.
Right.
Oh, it's a fight. It is a fight. Hey, if you want in on this conversation, feel free to do so. The phone number is 619-902-2287. 619-902-2287. We want to hear your thoughts. I think it can. I'm going to tell you something that happened, I think, yesterday. I was looking for, I shouldn't even tell y'all, because y'all probably go get it and then I really won't have it. I was looking for this oil, a natural oil, it helps with menopause.
Egyptian musk.
Never that. So it's called, now I don't even have my little hat in here. It's called black cohosh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's out everywhere. So here's what happened. I'm like, my mother's like, go ahead and call. Well, yeah, we used to call. Remember, you'd be like, hey, do you have blah, 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 blah. They didn't have it. So I said, I'm going to go to the store. They told me what store I had to go to. Shelf empty. I'm like, man, well, it's expected, because it would be people that's all around our age that would be purchasing it. And I'm like, the whole town can't be my age. Like, who's doing
right?
It? So long story short, I went to that store and I was going to go to the other store. And then my mother said, Google it. I forgot all about that, because guess what? I was brought up under, we're going to go. It's not at the brick and mortar. Okay, let's find it here. They don't have it. Maybe they'll order it. Like, there's no other option. So when I said I was done, remember I said I'm going to promote these brick and mortars? I guess I really did it unconsciously in my head, where I actually was out, but I did get outside. So that stuff is some good stuff for hot flashes. Just make sure you don't have any other issues that's going on. So with that being said, get back out there in the brick and mortar. If they don't have it, maybe live without it until they get it. To kind of put, we got to put things back into perspective, because like with COVID, we was Amazoning it.
Mm-hmm.
Convenient. But now Amazon putting out trash, and I said that because when I get stuff, I'm looking like, oh, I got to try these outfits on. I got to go to Penny's. I got to go to Macy's. Get back outside. And it was really, really crowded yesterday. It was really crowded when I went out there. So my thing is, get out there, support the brick and mortars, and let's get back gradually, and bring your littles with you. Because when you bring your littles with you, what happens? They'll see.
Right.
probably do. Look, they can live without it. That's what.
Well,
Go ahead.
we grew up with the yellow pages, so I mean, we were built different. They don't know nothing about the yellow pages, so that's what I got from that story you were talking about. Look it up.
Look it up. Well, they got the Dewey Decimal System, do they? No, they
No.
passed that. Well, guess what? I'm gonna teach mine the Dewey Decimal System.
That's
Yeah.
math.
I'm gonna teach mine that, and this is what challenge for 2026. Go to those school stores, where they have the remember in the classroom you had your letters all around the room in cursive.
Uh-huh.
Put them up so that your young people can look and be like, oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. Because, eventually they were trying to get rid of it, but eventually it's going to go away. And then they can look, they got a job to fall back on. I'll charge you $100. And with that $100, guess what you can do? Translate.
Exactly.
That's what I say. So show the people what you knew. Teach your young ones what you knew so that they can survive. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know why they tried to get rid of cursive writing anyway, because when you do an application or certain things, it asks you to print name and then signature. Signature means cursive.
Well, they took it away where cursive could still, your signature could be print. They took that away and they made it that. How about that one? Just like they took away the remainder.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Took away the remainder till all the bridges start falling down. Y'all remember that a few years back?
Yeah, like why?
We need the remainders.
Yes.
Sometimes I mean people are people and somebody smart feels like, hey, let's do this, but you could be book smart, but don't have it all.
Right.
Like,
that 0.23568 it means something.
we need it. We need it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are peopling. Remember that? That was a thing too for a minute. What was that, 2 years ago? People. So what's your plans? What is your plans? Y'all got a New Year resolution?
Nope.
Nope.
Never do it.
Yeah.
So this year was good? Would you do this year again?
No.
If I had to.
Better.
If you had to, you would?
If I had to.
Is that a positive had to, or is that a medium?
It's a medium, a schmedium.
Okay.
It was medium well done. You know what I mean?
All right. Nick, you said you not doing it.
No, I mean, aside from me graduating and getting my bachelor's, I needed to continue to elevate.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's time for me. I need everything to continue to elevate to the next level.
So, do you have a New Year resolution?
No, ma'am, because I never stick to them. I'll make a resolution and break it before the day is out.
What
about you?
I always plan on losing weight or something like that, but well, see what happened was.
Exactly.
So.
Listen, the New Year resolution. Well, we know the most popular one is losing weight, but now y'all got a shot, and you like, boom, I got it, and now you're around here farting and having liquid spots on your butt, walking past me. And how do you tell a person? I think you might have passed gas because it's a little leaky circle right there.
The old butt sneeze.
You passed gas. We all know you passed gas.
Mm-hmm.
What's that word? How do you tell somebody that?
Well, you see what happened was.
How do you tell somebody that? Do you know?
There's no easy way.
No. I don't know how you would say that. Say, yeah, you had a southern sneeze. I don't know.
We know you had a southern sneeze. You are hilarious. Okay, Bill said his is to be happier than last year. I like that.
That is a nice one.
That really is. I'm looking at where we are.
Uh-huh.
I don't see, where aside from, the people who passed on to be with God, so they ain't got to deal with all this down here. But I'm just like, all right, what am I going to do? I don't have a resolution. I never have a resolution. Not that I don't believe in myself and think that I'm going to break them. I just be like, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's right.
I bought a Powerball. I found out I lost. Eh,
Yeah,
I was like, now that, and here I am, and y'all know me. That was a waste of $3.
yeah,
I'm a winner in Arkansas.
Hey, I'm happy for him. That's the best Christmas part. Look, best Christmas present. So can't be mad, but I just don't win. So I figured I'm done with that. I'm like the one and done. Yeah, I
yeah,
tried it, did it. Won't do it again.
yeah.
Would you think about trying something new for the new year?
Uh, I always set myself up for trying something new, doing new things. Well, 2026 is my year of travel. I'm gonna get back to traveling, doing stuff I love. I'm blowing off my camera. I'm about to start taking pictures again. I'm about to reclaim me. So it's a lot of reclaiming me for 2026.
I like
Uh,
it.
yeah, I stopped doing a lot of stuff for reasons that I shouldn't have stopped doing the things that I loved. So guess who's back? So that's my 2026.
I'm like, don't you say nothing extra on that because you know he be out here suing people that ain't got much. I'm like, stop, don't say it. That's my cat. Okay, reclaiming you. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And I don't make it a New Year's resolution. It's just, hey, this is what I got to do now. This is where I am.
Did you just say years with a S? Did you
Yes, he did.
a New Year's resolution?
That's the way it's said. In the black community, it has an S on it.
It is New Year, not New Year's.
Just one year.
Years. People in the chat, help me. Ain't it an S? Just put S in the chat. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
All right, let's see here. Cornell said, for me, a New Year resolution never lasts, so I'm going with the flow, just as Nick. Okay, so he agrees with Nick. All right.
Yeah, you sell out.
It doesn't last. Well, I believe in myself. I believe it will last, but mine, I'm like just rolling with it. But
Yeah.
reclaiming yourself, being happier. I like
Right.
that one. Being happier than last year. I feel like we at vacation Bible school. What are you gonna do? At the end of the week. So what did you learn this week? Oh,
Jesus.
I
okay,
got one.
ebonics. Go ahead. What you
I
say?
do got one.
Go ahead.
Cutting off toxic people.
Cutting off toxic people.
Yes.
Okay, I ain't mad at you, girl. I am not mad at you.
I know I have a lot of toxic people around me, and it's like, y'all gotta go.
Toxic people. How do you know that they're toxic?
Oh Lord, help me.
Oh,
How do I know they're
let's go on the
toxic?
heartbeat. He having a heart attack.
God, please. Oh Lord.
How do I
Oh,
know they're toxic? Because if I have not had any type of contact with you in the last Lord knows how long, and I'm happy and like certain people, any type of conversation we had is always negative and this and that, and I'm like, I can't do this. So like letting that go, and
mm,
I'm just feel lighter.
Now you definitely will feel lighter because people don't understand the load that they carry when
Right.
you're around people because they pull your energy. People
Right. And it's like every conversation is negative and there's always somebody against them. And like you're harboring stuff from elementary school. Like we're grown. Let that go.
that's good. Let me tell you why that's good. I'm gonna tell you that's good because you recognize it. And it's like you do have people out there that will feel like the world is against them.
Exactly.
And that is toxic. It's heavy. It's heavy on the recipient.
Very heavy.
It is so heavy on the recipient. So, with that being said, Nick said she getting rid of toxic people. Nate said he is going to travel, reclaim himself. Can I ask you this? When you say reclaim yourself, we know that a lot of women put their stuff down at the request of a man. And you know what? I'm not even going to say man. I'm going to say love. A lot of people put things aside that they love to do to accommodate somebody else for companionship. There you go, Mel. That's it. Is that still a thing? Oh, I can't hear this cat. There you go. Go ahead. Oh, okay. I don't know where he went. Let's put him back on. Go ahead.
Marco.
Polo. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that's the exact definition of what you women call compromise. So we end up doing stuff that we don't want to do to appease you. That's the compromise. So yeah, it's still alive and thing, and a lot of men do it too. Women aren't the only one that do it. They're the only one to see it because it's coming from their point of view.
Okay, look, on the count of three, we got to do our thing because it came in the comment. Read the comment. 1, 2, 3. Hated it.
What was he talking about though?
What you said. What you talk. Just what we talking about. That's why. The thing is, hating the fact that you have to put stuff aside to compromise. And yes, both do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you shared that because I know that we will be like,
y'all don't do nothing.
Y'all do it more.
Yes.
You guys do it more. Just
exactly.
Peace.
Thank you, Mel. That makes me feel so good to be ending the year on such a positive note, and the clarity that you're having right now.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful. Spread your word, Mel. Spread your word.
Anyway, next.
You do, but now if I was married, then yes, you're in it already. But dating, I can't do it.
Well, with married, you might not see it as much because all you see is the sacrifices you make. So women, it's hard for women to see it than men make the sacrifices because you put it as I'm just telling him what to do.
No,
I don't
want somebody I'm telling what to do. I don't
right, but most of the time, men we have to sacrifice because, like I said, I can't go over Cornell's house every day and play Madden no more because I'm with you.
Okay, now see, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. When you are dating, you're collecting data. So at that time, it is a get to know me. I'm giving you 100% of me. This is who I am. I'm not sugarcoating anything. Do you like me or no? And you say yes, but you really mean no.
No, I mean yes, but what question am I answering? Do I like
You're
you
not.
for
Oh,
what? I like you, but I like you for this. I like you for that. I'm not your definition of everyone's definition of love
ours
is
is like
different.
us as a whole. Ours is like us as a whole. Watch this. No, now, see, there we go.
Right.
That's where the miscommunication comes in
Right.
because with us, we're showing you all of us off top. Bam, this is it. Well, except the people that be doing their makeup and they look like somebody else and surprise y'all when y'all get to the house. Not the filters. No, but we are showing you. We show who we are. This is us, our attitude, our personality. This is what you get. So, for example, me right now. So you have the people that see me here on the show. Yep, Shop Talk with Mel. Then you see me at work. I'm not Shop Talk with Mel at work. I'm Melanie. Nurse Mel, whatever. So you may say, this is two different people. Now I'm at the house. Oh man, we kicking it. Let's, if you sitting down at this table, put your money down. That's that person. So you get to see all of that because you're my dude. Meanwhile, you're trying to get me, pursue me, and you're asking to marry me from all these people that you had the pleasure of meeting and seeing. Yet, I see you, and I was like, oh, I could kick you. Okay, yes, I'll marry you because that's who I saw.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't come out yet. So you showing me this great person, and then you go and flip the script on us, and it's like, wait a minute, you gave me the representative.
The
Like, okay, I showed you all parts of me.
do
You
you
representative, and then you flip it, change, and then you be like, yeah, I don't. You need not do the show. Dude, I do it one day.
you're only seeing it from your point of view because
I
I
only.
feel I didn't. The guys can feel the same way. You flip the script too, but you always have to put in the equation. With relationship comes responsibility. So it's no longer just fun; it's responsibility. No, man, we can't go here because we have to pay this mortgage, and we were trying to go on a cruise. So it changes. So I mean, there's
Hey, I got it. Thank you. That makes sense.
right.
That makes
So
sense. Okay, so to
my
you
rep.
guys, to
My
you,
representative was a lot more fun than your man because now okay, I'm responsible.
oh, I
Yeah,
get it. Thank you
right.
for that. That
Yeah,
helps.
yeah. Because
Does it give you perspective, Nick?
A little.
A little,
she'll never get
because
it. She doesn't get it.
no, I'm getting it
Right,
because I'm like, well, why you didn't bring out who you were ahead of time? Like, blah blah blah. So with men, it's responsibility, and
right.
you are 100% right. Because if I got this guy to cut the grass, this guy fixed my car, this my fun guy, we go to a comedy show together. You know what I mean? And you have to become all of those people. Even though I'm not sleeping with all these people, let me be clear. I am, these are my friends, and I know they probably want to, but I can string them along. So now,
So sad. So sad.
no, but you my dude. So now you have to do what
All of those.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike was doing.
Right. All of those. And on
Yeah.
top of that, make sure that you're happy. On top of all of that, I have to make sure you're happy.
Well, I'll be happy if you're doing what Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike was doing.
Mm,
I'm
no,
happy.
you won't. No, you won't. Ask the guys in the comment. You'll still find something. Believe you me, you'll find
This is
something.
what I expect you to do. I expect you to keep laughing because that's what got my attention. So I expect you to do all of that, like you said, it's responsibility, and keep smiling and laughing.
And you have to just be that person that I you show me. See? Do you see?
I
When
person to what?
the person you showed me, this person that you showed me at the beginning, you showed me the nurse, you showed me this. That's all you really have to be. Because that's what I was attracted to. That's what I want. Once once we got together, I have to be Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, still make you smile, this, that, and the other. I have to make sure that, oh, okay, listen, your tire pressure is good. No, I can't make it. I can't go with you here because I got to cut the grass. If I don't cut the grass, it's about to rain. There's so much more layer going into a man in relationship where the fun part is dating for us. And a lot of us date for sport. So guess what? They'll show you something, but they, yeah, whoa, slow down, Turbo. Let's keep it fun and light. As soon as I say you my girl, as soon as I change my Facebook post, a whole lot of other responsibilities come on me. Now, your money's your money, and my money's our money, and that's the way most women want it and like it. So I mean, that's the game. I can't be mad at that, but that's how it is. Because in a good relationship, your money's your money. My money's our money. So now that click, that changed the whole thing. So I'm not, hey, all I got is $20. You
So,
like,
so it
you,
sounds like
uh-huh.
let me get into nurse my nurse mode. So
Hmm.
what I am hearing is you guys are giving up your freedom.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
It sounds horrible. That sounds so sad.
But that's the game. We can't be mad at the game. We can't get we don't get mad at the game. That's just how it is. That's how we're built. Yeah, hey, that's why it's so hard for you to find a committed relationship because the onus on change is on me. Not you. You can still be that nurse over here, shop talk over here, this, that, and other. You expect that to come. And then I came in, taking you to Ruth
So we can
Chris.
play some one-on-one.
Right, right. I'm like, babe, I gotta go cut the grass. I can't make it now. We always used to have fun, and now you don't want to go. Whoa, 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 slow down, Turbo. I gotta cut the grass, and then you need your car washed because you're going to church Sunday. So I gotta get these things done, and blah blah blah. And you looking at me like you don't even. You're not the same. We used to stay up all night playing Pekino and this, that, and other. I gotta sleep because I gotta wake up in the morning. I gotta cut the grass. Then I gotta go to the picnic with you because I gotta go to your family's house because y'all want, little Jimmy got out and we welcomed him back home. So I got everything is I have to do this. I have to get this done. I have to get this done. I have to get this done. And you guys look at it as we changed. You just showed me your representative. Yeah, my representative didn't have to cut your grass. My representative didn't have to wash your car for church. My representative didn't have to do all these things that you require me to do now as your man. I don't want to go no place looking single. Well, hey, you can stay home. You can stay home with me. I'll be outside cooking grass. You can cook dinner. What? You need me in the kitchen, this, that, and other. So it's always something. We
I
we
think
know we don't win.
yeah, I hear what you're saying. It sounds
Okay.
like you got the wrong mate, but especially talking about playing Pekino. We're not that old yet. We play
Yeah. Oh,
for money.
so
$5 a
some
head. Talk for money. What time?
some of us are.
Okay, so Bill said time management is tight. I gotta read this comment from Cornell Stevens. He said sooner or later you gonna say what about Johnny? I was like Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
Yeah.
I just started laughing when I seen that. Yeah, what about Johnny?
Well, you try to sneak him in too,
Yeah.
and then in some case I'm like, hey, you still got those guys you stringing on? Well, call him over, have him cut the grass, so I can go here with you and do all the stuff that we used to do before the change. So
Now I I gotta read this comment. Delma said, so you said you juggle between three men, but if a man did the same perception rumors would always be he rooting all of them. Oh, he's rooting all of them. I get what you're saying. Okay, so it looks like it's an agreement with Nate the Agitator with Del
comment of the week. Comment of the week.
comment of the week. All right. Okay, let's start. Let's start.
Yeah.
Okay, like,
So you have to.
but you know what? You're right.
Thank
He's
you.
right. He's
Thank you.
right. But we do have our people. I don't. We're not going to tell you because they're going to be in the back.
So you're.
But we do have our people. They're not spare tires, and no, we are not sleeping with them. I hope I can only speak for me. Those people are there. So when those people are there, we're never gonna tell you. Those are our friends.
Well, you know who they are, though.
But
They
wait,
have.
most of the times it's you guys that say that dude like you. We like, no, this is our friend. So it's the man that actually says that. Now, on the other hand, yes, we would have a problem with you having all these different girls. Why? Because we know you cutting somebody's grass, you taking somebody to lunch, and taking this person to the comedy club.
Time out.
All three.
Time out. Time
Okay.
out. That
Okay.
is the if you read my book, it's the Superman theory you're dealing with. And your guys is doing all that stuff without buns. He's a simp. And we look at simps like, oh, so that's why you can have male friends, because we look at him like, oh, this poor simp. But you guys look at us with our friends and be like, she cooking for him, bringing him his plate. Oh, he can do that. That's the Superman theory. Every woman wants Superman, but when they get him, they want to change him to Clark Kent. But Clark Kent is outside cutting your grass and washing your car for free, trying to be your friend, but you don't want Clark Kent. But as soon as you get Superman, that's who you want. That's exactly who you want to turn him into, Clark Kent.
I guess it's the thrill of the chase.
But but it's an actual thing. It could be the thrill of a chase, and I can't be mad at that. That's game. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
But you have to realize that, hey, we can see the guy you got doing all these things and know, yeah, he's a simp. He likes her. But Him liking her is doing those things and not getting buns. The girl that likes us is doing those things with buns, bringing me a plate. Hey, what, you didn't cook? Oh, well, my girl cooked. I'm gonna go over there and get a plate. You want some? No, I don't want that. Now because we're Superman, we have access to all of that.
Okay,
Those guys are just simping.
let me ask you
Clark
this,
Kent.
and Nick, I want you to answer as well. If your man had a girl that he was just cool with, Nate, you know how it goes. So I'm
Uh-huh.
that chick. I'm just cool with everybody. Like, hey, stop through. You want something to eat? You could get it.
Hmm.
Now, if your man came over, would you have a problem with him having a plate from his home girl coming to the house? You could come to the house too, but would you have an issue with your man eating somebody else's food?
As long as there's a plate for me, no. Then you going over? Oh, you going over Mel house? She got some. Ask her if I can have a plate too.
All right, go
No
ahead.
one believes you. No one believes you,
No,
Nick.
you don't believe me anyway.
No one believes that.
As long as there's a plate for me, I don't
Okay.
care.
Okay.
And see, here's the difference though. She could come too.
Exactly.
That don't fly. That don't fly. That don't fly. Why do he want to go over your friend's house? Why do you want to go over my female friend's house? Not girlfriend, female friend that you know that likes me.
No,
Because you already told me.
I don't.
Apparently she
Whoa,
don't if she inviting me.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Friend
whoa, whoa.
inviting
You
me,
was your whole
apparently she
life
don't
then.
like you. Y'all are
Time
just
out.
friends.
Time out. Some girls have something called true game and play their part. So she can still like you and still be in your face.
But I
She's
don't.
my
That was
friend.
just an example. That's
Whoa,
very.
whoa, whoa. But you said the guys that's cutting your grass are simps, and we know they like
I
you, but
said they was. Did I say
He
that?
did. He did.
by
He did.
definition,
That's his
by
definition.
definition, they ask the guys in the crew in the trap, they're simps. If they're coming over cutting the grass and they like you, but you know ain't nothing going on, and I see that, I'm entitling them simps. We
Okay.
have a word for that. And
Okay.
you can ask the guys in the
Let's
chat.
stay
So
focused.
the
Okay,
simps
let's
did,
stay focused because you changed. You moved the goalpost, as you say.
no. I
Yeah, you
just
did.
defined what you
Because
said.
I don't like you like that. And but you
Okay.
went to liking. My point was just a basic platonic. Are you okay with your man eating from someone else? That was it. Another woman cooking for your man. Are you okay with it? Yes or no? That was my question. Now, I see, okay, yes, Mr. Corbett, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So, knowing that, are you okay with your man eating someone else's food other than his mother? Maybe I should have just said that.
Again, if they just friends, and she said I know I can go to bring me a plate.
Okay,
Because if they just friends, like they say they are, she's not gonna mind. In fact, most of the time she gonna be like, where's your girl at? Well, make sure you take her a plate. You know what I mean? So
Nick.
yeah.
okay. Tiffany Carter said no.
Exact. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you, Tiff.
Okay, that's
Thank you.
her.
Honest. Listen,
That's
Nick.
her.
Nick.
And just because I said I don't have it, that's
Everybody have a
her.
different opinion. It's okay. I just
Mhm.
was wanting to know, how it was. See, I me personally, you're eating where? Like, is it a cookout? It depends on like what me and Nick was talking about. If you could come too, okay. But to just flat out and be like, oh yeah, you coming home with a plate. It's not from your mother? Something's wrong. What are we doing?
Whoa,
Mm,
whoa.
not
Well,
okay.
Ronnie and Bobby was cleaning around the pool and cutting your grass. There was
Uh-huh.
nothing wrong with that. So why is it wrong for me to be bringing home a plate from Samantha or J Lo? Yeah.
I knew you. I thought it was gonna be Rihanna.
Uh, Rihanna don't look like she can cook. No, Fantasia. That's what I'm
Fantasia
bringing home
looked
the
like
plate.
she could
I'll
cook.
bring her home the plate. Fantasia was cooking. I figured she called me. That's my girl. You know what I mean? You say she liked me. We don't get down like that, but she was cooking. You
I'll be
know, the
like,
real mac
go
and
on and wash
cheese.
your hands. That plate in the trash.
No, see? No, because that mac and cheese, you got the strings on it. It's good and constipation-y. Oh, she put love in that mac and cheese. We ain't throwing this away. She's just my friend. She's just my friend. Just like Ronnie and Bobby out back, cutting grass and hedges and stuff. Same thing. It don't roll that way.
Wild. It's a wild thing, but I guess I can see where it's a, you know, uh,
Fantasia, them the candy yams. Ooh, green bean. Ooh,
I
you
can
know
see where
she put her
there's a
feet in.
double standard. I can see where there's a double standard.
It is. And thank you, Mel, because that's all we ask. If you can see it, you will understand it. But if you just don't think it's there, and we're like, look right here, right there, and it's at the tip of your nose, and you're like, nah,
I
that's
can
where
see
the issues
that.
come.
I can see the double standard to a certain extent. And Nick is looking at, like, the example I used was me, so she knows that, yeah, it ain't. It is not. Possibly, if it is, it is. If it is not, it is not. I'm straightforward. This is that. I'm not kicking it with your dude. And the
Right.
best way, and I'm gonna tell you this for you people out there that's jealous of whatever. You're like, I don't like him talking to her. If you are my friend, I'm not, or even communicating with me. I'm not dealing with your dude. I'm not that. I don't want no parts.
Mel, how many males you know?
There's a few males I know. Go ahead, Nick.
Unicorn, unicorn.
Most of the time, most women know when another woman is trying to holler at their man. So, like, you get that vibe. You already know. So, yeah.
So you can't taste it in the collards, in the greens the Fantasia sent over. You
Anyway,
can't.
yeah, bye. Like, you get that vibe and you know. So if it's like a true friend and you, like, you know, you can go over there with your man and kick it, then yeah, I don't mind.
So
Sometimes
Fantasia's single.
really, sometimes you can get that vibe, but sometimes you get, like, I got homies. Let me tell you something. Me and Nate running all the time. We see each other once. Well, we won't see each other for a long time. See each other, pick up right where we left off. Somebody would think it's more to it, or, oh, y'all must have used to talk. He has to say, that's my cousin, for it to be okay. And I know that. I know that for a fact because somebody said it, and I was like, what? And for some unknown reason, in the way the universe is right now, everything is so sexualized and sex,
Mm-hmm.
that they feel like everyone wants sex. And that is not it. That is them projecting. So if that's what you're into and what you want, that's why you would think of that. Remember, we were sitting in the living room talking about it?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is very different, but sex is overrated. And I'm saying that. But that's for me.
Yeah, I was about to say the views of Mel with that last comment is only from Mel. Sex is amazing. It's great. It's
But
great.
here's the thing. For real, to me, it's overrated. And I'm like, everybody don't want to sleep with everybody. And that's probably because of the way I look at it. Am I okay when you look at things? Am I okay with you entering me?
Mel, let's not get gross. Let's not take the joy out of it.
No, but that is a lot. If you really think about
And
it,
it's sacred. It's sacred, and
yes, that's
it
what
should be it
that's
should be looked at that way. It should be looked at that way. You're right. It should be.
look, it should be like, but don't cut that off. But honestly, it's like, here's this person. Am I okay with this guy entering me? And then you see somebody else. Am I okay with you entering me? Like,
Well,
ugh.
see, Mel, I got it. That is the perfect way for you ladies to think. That is it. Because that is the sacred, that is the grand poobah, that is the gift. But for us, we're hunters. So we don't think, oh, do I want to enter? It's like, yep.
You
What?
want the answer. But think about
Hey,
it.
bowling ball. You take it and put it on all three holes. Bowling ball.
But that's a lot when you really look. I mean, really think about it. You're entering me and dropping something off. Do I really
It's,
want you to?
that
Like,
is the exact definition of why it's worse when you cheat. That is why. Right there is why it's worse when women cheat.
silence. Like,
Silence.
yeah, I guess so. Okay. I guess I can understand that. Because that's how I look at it. Like, you sit there, I'm thinking everybody is not sleeping with everybody. Trust. Like, trust.
Until you get in a relationship, your man is the finest thing on the planet when you step out. Why is she looking? Why is this happening? They doing too much. I'm like, I don't even be, most of us don't even be paying attention to that. But everything changes. Our, well, I just thought I learned something a second ago. I had it.
Go ahead.
With us, our what I say, we have golly. When we say we're in a relationship, we have responsibility. Our responsibility changes. Your vision changes. Okay, if I want him, all these other bras must want him because I'm something. So now I have to look out for why she's doing that. Everything means something now that we don't even be paying attention to because now we're your man. Does
See,
that make any sense?
it does make sense, and there are those people. To me, we'll
Mhm.
ask Nick. There are those people that feel like, okay, you looking this way. I am not lying. I just feel like I don't have time to be sitting there chasing to see who you looking at. Like
That's
I don't have it in me, so I'd rather not even be there. I'll be like, nah. Like if you
that's
want to look around, you're not ready to settle down. And if you guys are honest, let's be real. If you're honest and say, I don't want a relationship, I respect that 100%. But don't say you don't want a relationship, but you want me to be on standby
Thank
as
you.
if you're with me only.
you're.
So
Right, right.
Mm,
And
because listen, and I know where you're going.
thank you.
You gotta listen. When he said he don't want a relationship, he didn't change his mind. It's us that's trying to change his mind and wanting that place, but we have to listen to what they say.
I would like to tell the men delegation that we are going to give Mel the black belt. She has completed all the stages and she is known. She has shown herself studious in the law culture of man. You must be elevated.
Oh,
But but our what we are after, if you take the buns factor out of it, it doesn't it doesn't appeal to us. That's when you get the guys that's lying. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. I want you, marriage, yeah, uh-huh. Kids, I don't care. You got 8 of them by 7 dudes. That's cool. Uh-huh. Yep. Buns. Bounce. The buns and bounce. That might be a shirt. Buns and bounce.
yeah, idiot. But you know, I can't be mad at you. I would appreciate if you had a shirt on that said buns and bounce. You get a conversation from me because I would be curious. I'll be like, that's funny. But somebody might come up and be like, oh, I like him. He likes me, and think they have a chance to conquer the buns and bounce.
Because
Don't
women,
respect what
you
the
you
first said. Go ahead.
you will tell yourself a story and force it to be true because he likes me because he said and he did and blah blah blah, and you will lie to yourself
Okay.
versus us that just tell a lie to get something. So it's a little different because I mean, for the most part, I'll sit there and listen to you and just let you lie to yourself. What? Well, you said you want to get married. Remember, Mel? I didn't say to you, but you didn't put it in your mind. Well, he said he wanted to get married and this, that, and other. So you will tell yourself that story and you'll make it is directed, starring, produced all by you. And I'm in it like I'm not reading those lines. I'm like Dave Chappelle. No, I'm not putting on a dress. But we did this, and you did all this stuff for your story. You don't check in with us. And we know you'll lie to yourself. And we just sit there and say, mm-hmm, uh-huh. Yeah, yes. Oh, so now could I have the buns, please? And you're like, here, right out of the oven, fresh, little butter. And we
Yeah.
like,
Cook for
yeah,
me. Look, yeah,
yeah.
cook for me and mess it up, right?
Yeah, uh.
Hey, I see it. I get it. And you're right. Be like, oh, do you ever want to get married? Oh, yeah, I want to be married. And we will definitely put ourselves as the wife, and he got somebody else in his mind.
Mel, you have just been bestowed the highest honor by Elliot.
I did.
You are part of King of the Hill crew. Let's give it up for Mel. Everybody, give it up for Mel. You have been-
Sound effects, sound effects, sound effects. There we go.
yeah, King of the Hill crew. Hold on. That is, yeah, you've reached the pinnacle.
Well, that's why I need you on here to teach us so that we'll know. I mean, you give us game.
That's what it is. It ain't about me. I. It's game.
It is game. And I had just got a text to say, why do men play games?
We have to. We can't come to you. We can't come to you. No, I don't like your hair like that. You sassy. It's giving sass to me. No, you can't go out dressed like that. You're insecure. But we play games. We just like, okay, as long as this boat can get me from point A to point B, I'm gonna rock with this boat. I'm not gonna do anything to rock the boat. And you say we playing games.
I,
I,
I was trying to find this one. This one. Let's see how much time it'll take. It was a conversation that is going around social media, and it actually speaks about a guy taking a girl on a trip, and he felt like she was supposed to give the buns
Mhm.
up because she went on a trip, and he pretty much was saying that. What did he say? This trip is for that. You didn't give me the buns. You can find your own way back home. Do you think that he should have told her that what he was expecting prior, or was she supposed to know?
Both. Is that the one when she was at the airport?
Yes.
Yeah, I just seen that today. Yeah,
Let, let's
that
let's see if I
it's
can play this for the listening audience. Let me see if I can get it.
Fly you out and not get no booty? Are you to fly you out and not get no booty? Are you crazy? You can say right here. I told you that. I'm a creep. I'm a creep. Well, you have to get on a flight. Uber, we're back to the hotel. We're in Puerto Rico right now. So if you're not gonna give it up, you can stay right here. I'm not getting your flight. I mean, we could go get a little motel. We could go on a porta potty. We could go somewhere in the bathroom. I didn't get an extra day because you was acting funny since you got here, acting like you ain't want to.
Okay. That, to me, that's stupid. And according to the what P. Diddy was convicted with, that's prostitution, crossing state lines, all that extra stuff.
And that's what she told him.
Oh, yeah. But why would you think that that's what you're getting? Go, I want to hear Nick. Let me hear Nick real quick first. I'm
My
sorry.
thing is because when the conversation went on, he had said something about him buying. That's why I bought a one-way ticket. She should have known better when he just got a one-way ticket. I'd have been like, sorry, bro, I can't go. What
but
you buying a one-way ticket for? We got to come back.
here. So do you say, hey, let's go down to the sands of Puerto Rico. Let's fly there, meet up for the first time to get to know each other. Does that go on in your mind?
It goes on in my life. It's the truth. That
Okay,
doesn't mean that you're sleeping with somebody. I've been to Mexico.
Mel, you are truly a unicorn.
No, I'm serious. Though. It's you don't like that's crazy. Okay, if you want to take me somewhere, why don't you flat out say it? Just say it. Listen, I want you to come to where were they going?
They were in Puerto Rico.
Okay, I'm gonna fly you down to Puerto Rico so that we can have sex. Why don't you just say that?
Well, he
And
should.
then I can make my decision right now.
He should, but it should be implied. You don't go to an exotic vacation with a friend. How many girls have you said, hey, let's go down here and have spas, let's walk the beach, let's ride a horseback ride, let's do all this romantic stuff, just me and you, friend.
That
You
doesn't.
don't
So what you are saying? Let me do it the right way. So what
uh-huh.
I am hearing is if a guy invites a woman somewhere, he's expecting sex.
It's implied. It's implied. I mean, we don't do
Say it then.
we okay. Women can't stand the truth when that is kryptonite. It's kryptonite to women. So if he should have said it, and I agree with him, he said it, but I'm not taking some random down to Puerto Rico for a first date. I mean, I'll teach my daughter and granddaughter that don't even smell right. Oh, he just met you and he gonna fly you out to Puerto Rico just to talk? FaceTime.
But a
So
I'm
one-way
not going
ticket
to
though,
like the killer, and I don't want to meet the killer. Okay.
right? But a one-way ticket though, like that's where I'm stuck. If he bought a one-way ticket and you knew it was a one-way ticket, why did you even still go?
I don't think she knew it was a one-way ticket. And I'm the reason I'm going to say that is because, or she probably thought it was what it was. You know, it's like, okay, we'll get it on the other end because it may be cheaper. It is cheaper to buy a one-way ticket, honestly. Well, no, the round trip is cheaper.
Round trip is cheap.
Just don't use it. I don't know why she did that, but she probably was like, okay, Mexico, I got there, and now you got me just stuck here. And to have that mindset, do you even want to be around that person? No.
Apparently so. She flew down there for
No,
a guy she just met.
she flew down there,
To a guy she
but
just met.
yeah, they just met. But now you're telling me blah 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 blah. He probably presented the representative, and that's who she was going to meet. But then she saw who he really was in the airport, and then gonna say, "Well, you got to do this." Do you? That's more like rape, isn't it? Think about it.
No. Well, that's somebody saying,
In
hey.
the bathroom. No, I'm trying to get clarity. So to let me know, let me know I'm wrong. You know, I'm okay with that.
Right. Me too. I get it. But he said, hey, I have a puppy in the back seat of this white van with no windows. Do you want to come in there? And she said,
No,
yeah. She
see,
said
that's
she
very
flew.
different. That's very
She
different.
flew.
He had to present somebody different.
Okay.
I get your analogy. Your analogy is still the unknown. I get it. You don't know what
I
the
was. I'm going to be nice when I tell you there's a puppy back there, and I'm going to tell you he's fluffy and comfortable, and he just loves to lick and give licks on the can and everything to get you in the van. But you have to say, nah, that don't even sound right. One way ticket or nah, that don't sound right. But you said, oh, okay, I want to go in there and rub this little puppy. And when the puppy's not there, you're upset because he done changed and he's a mean dude now. Well, he had other he had the same uh uh goal in mind. And the goal was, hey,
creep.
hey,
The image that you painted is a creep.
did
So
he?
you're like,
Yes, I can
but
say
that's
that.
the image you painted. But what's happening is the image that's portrayed to us is a white picket fence. I'm going to marry this guy and the dog that you speak
Uh-huh.
of.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Maybe his van is a maintenance van and he a maintenance man.
Right.
So because we do create our own picture, so I
King
get
of the
it.
hill. Come on.
You
Come on.
see it? So I get it. But what he's presenting, he had to be presenting something good. Oh, girl, he's taking me on a trip and blah, 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 blah. But to schedule a trip expecting something, I think you need to say that. That's a transaction. And that sounds like prostitution.
Okay, Mel. Did you tell your girls, man? I met him and he a baller. He flying me out to Puerto Rico. I done went and got my hair and nails done because I'm gonna be taking. Watch the gram, girl. My Insta tweet face is gonna be on fleek, girl, because I'm going down to Puerto Rico and this, that, and other, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And the girl said, "Girl, you know he gonna be expecting some buns." Oh, blah, 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 blah. You have to know there is certain expectations. I do not go play football expecting not to get hit. Wait a minute, that's a bad one. Maybe
That is a bad one.
that's a bad one because I didn't really get hit that much. But I know that the dangers are. I know the dangers in any decision. You have to know the safety and the dangers there are.
Okay. Dangers, I can see where you're going with that. But not when it seems like a nice guy and you're looking at a future. If somebody said they can fly you out, you'd be like, oh, okay, well, good. We're gonna take, trips and all that. It's how you present. So this is what you're presenting that my life is going to be like. And then when you get us, they flip and we ain't doing this no more. That's a problem. And I guess back to why, because of responsibility. Got it. Okay, got it. But this situation, he should have just been 100% honest and be like, I'm expecting blah, blah, blah. Now, what we don't know, we're not privy to the conversations that they had prior, because their conversations could have been a little more intense where he was expecting something. And then when she got there, she saw he pee on the toilet seat and got turned off and wasn't interested. So we're not privy to that, but just looking at the fact of expecting something for me to come on this trip, well, if I knew that you were expecting something, I wouldn't have gone. Now I saw in the comments people were saying, well, she don't have her own money and da 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 da. Okay, why are we putting it back on her?
Whoa, because we put it on him. She jumped into there.
He's the one that
He's
presented
going
it.
to pay for everything and presented that. So therefore, but that's a lesson learned for all. Like if a man is presenting something nice to you, always keep your own pocket change, baby, just in case. My
Exactly.
thing is he was being a dummy because he recorded it trying to put her on blast.
He
Dude,
did.
you just seal your fate, because if she decides to press charges on you, that is evidence right there. You're Diddy. Dude, Diddy. Hello.
Well,
I
that
mean,
that only happens in the black world. That doesn't happen on the other side. So he might get charges. It's only charged because they're considering they're adults, and you don't go into a chemical plant without a mask on because someone said it's a nice chemical plant. You have to. At what point does personal responsibility play a part in it? Well, he said this, so you just went in there and did it. Okay. Well, he said this. Okay, so you just went in there and did it. You didn't say, yeah, that sounds nice, but let me be prepared for what ifs.
Just in
It
case.
just it came in because he said it, so she did it, and now it's his fault.
Because
No personal.
they could have been talking on the phone for a long time. That's why I said we're not privy to what their
Got you,
conversation was prior.
got you. But the thing that the women's kryptonite is accountability, and you have to be accountable for. Hey, just because he said it, don't mean he telling me the truth. Or just he could have meant something else. So I have to be prepared. This is the checkers game you play on a chess board. The board's the same, but oh, wait a minute. Bars. Oh, the checker and chess board is the same, but the game is played totally different. So just because you're on that same board, you playing checkers, you got to be saying, wait a minute, this dude might be playing chess. So if you hold yourself to this word, and I know it's going to hurt, so ladies, brace yourself. Accountable to yourself. You would say, I just met the dude, and he's flying me to Puerto Rico to show me how life is going to be with him. Well, I have to show him that I'm appreciative with these hot buns with a little butter out of the oven, fresh. So she's not doing her part because he's showing her by flying her down to Puerto Rico that, hey, this is how life is going to be. I'm going to be flying you all this place, this, that, and other. And she's showing him, well, that doesn't mean we're having sex. So he's going to show her, oh, well, I mean, if me flying you out don't equal to hot buns with butter, I don't want it. She got to say, well, why did I? There's, you're just looking at the guy as being wrong. And he is to a certain point. I'm not totally letting him off the books, but the woman has to have some accountability in this. Just something.
Now,
Just
I wouldn't say that he's wrong. Honestly, I would not. And the reason I would not is because it's who he is. I would say that is foul for me, but there are women out there that are okay with that.
I'm with you, Mel. I'm 100%, 100%,
But I don't think he's wrong for what
100%.
requesting what he wants.
Right. But as a woman, she has to have some accountability. Just a little bit. Just a smidgen.
Her accountability, if it were me in that situation, the accountability that I would take was wrong guy. Thank God I can get home. Let me charge me a flight and I'm out.
yep.
That would be
Ta-da. Ta-da.
now. On the other hand, you have, like I said, him, the representative sounds good, like a nice person, and there you go. Go ahead, Nick. I want to hear what you have to say.
I
What's your
mean,
thoughts? Or you have
that's
nothing?
that's just basically it. If you're going out of town with somebody, always make sure you have your own, because just to prevent from that situation right there. So that way you can be like, yeah, he tripping. Let me book my flight and be out.
Okay, now let's do this. Say you are the person, you really don't have it like that. To be like, okay, well, this is my opportunity to get me a trip, and I will probably never be able to go to Puerto Rico, but he's paying for everything. I'm gonna go. Sing that several times. You don't have enough money. You don't have, how much is it? Probably like what, $1,200 or something. Don't know, but let's just say it's like $1,200. I don't have $1,200 to get back, but I'm gonna take this chance to see the world.
Do
Whatever.
you
Do you? I mean, what do you do in that case? It sounds like that. She probably don't have it to get back. She probably got like $200.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead. What is the thing?
It's sad. This is sad. I'm prefacing this because it's sad. But the only time you get flown out and buns aren't implied is if you're married. If you're married, buns aren't
Why
implied.
did you marry?
No, it's
They
not.
do.
No, it's not.
Oh wait, why?
Why not?
Because we're married. We just haven't. Hey, married people go for the excursions. I'm going to. Let's go zip lining. Let's go parasailing. We ain't going to smash because you're my wife. But if you're not, oh, it's I preference it because I said it's sad, but it is true. And if the guys want to be honest in the comments, just put an N in there, just
Ooh.
to let me know that I'm not
NTA.
way off.
NTA.
Yeah, NTA in the comments. Let her know I'm not crazy about this. Because if you're my wife, it's about excursions. Let's see each other.
Sex.
Not really.
Ooh.
Not really.
That's an interesting concept.
Not really.
It is crazy. Now that you say
Right.
it, I'm like, so it's like I get this all the time. So boom.
Same
It's
cow.
But it's,
Same
it's not in.
positions.
It's not in. You get it all the time at home. We're somewhere else.
But
It's
see how
not-
it switches up? See how it switches up to you? It's we can make love on the beaches of Puerto Rico. And I'm like, yeah, I just want to go parasailing. I want to get skis and stuff like that. But when it's new, when I want that sex on the beach, you're like, I don't know you. So bars, we're teaching each other now. But only time buns aren't implied with a fly out is if you're married. Thank you, thank you. Preach, preacher. Let the choir say. NTA, NTA. That's my new thing. I need that. NTA.
we gonna have sex on vacation. You got me messed up.
Right, because I'm your man and I have all the responsibilities and you're looking forward to having sex on that trip. Now, if I flew you out as a new girl, then you don't want to have sex on that trip? See? That's your way of thinking versus our way of thinking. Sad but true.
If you're married, you don't expect to have sex, but if you're not married,
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Retarded.
Hey, facts. Hey, you want to know the man's perspective? I gave it to you. You don't have to like it for it to be true. Just like the bars that I rapped a second ago with the mic. Yeah, girl. 1 2 1 2. When I was like, hey, it's the same board, but there's two different games played on checkers and chess. And I'm trying to show you chess. We play chess. This move sets that move up. Yeah, I'll sacrifice this knight, but your queen is exposed. So I'm looking at everything. You're just like jump, double, jump, jump. Our game was a lot more advanced than y'all's. And you get mad at us for playing our game.
what's
Learn to
that
play.
sound? Do you know that sound?
I know that sound. That sound is Mel's medical moments.
That's what it is.
Mel's medical moments. Hey, we are going to talk about wired and tired. Have you guys heard that phrase before? Looks like you have not. So, if you haven't heard that phrase before, what you will actually experience is say that your body is physically tired, but mentally your mind is constantly going. Now, I know some people who've been in that situation like, hey, I got to do this. I have to do that. I have to do this, but I can't get out of this bed. I can't muster up the energy. What is actually happening? Can you tell me? Your girl is getting ready to tell you things that happen with the wired and tired phrase that they have. You usually it's stress and anxiety that's causing that, or hormonal imbalances causes it. How about caffeine? There's a lot of us that use caffeine or stimulants, and it'll cause that too. Your body, you like, go, go. And your body's like, no, I don't want to do it. Poor sleep hygiene. That can cause it as well. If you haven't heard of poor sleep hygiene, it's actually engaging in like stimulating activities before bed, like exercise. That's one. Some people exercise before bed. Ciao, bye. It's like
Those people.
you gonna be tired. And another one is nutritional deficiencies, like your B12s, iodine. those and iodine affects the thyroid. And if you have a thyroid issue, you may experience that as well, because that comes along with it. The hormonal imbalances, again, you have your HPA and your thyroid issues, low cortisol, that'll do it. Now, what's happening with your brain? You're sitting there like, okay, I'll tell you, this is when your cortisol is high. When your cortisol is high and it spikes, because say first yours is like right here. For the listening audience, I'm at like an even playing field, and then it increases. Well, usually when it increases, like exercise and stuff like that, but your body is not moving. You're like, I'm so exhausted. What is happening? And then your heart rate increases. You're like, I'm not doing anything. What's going on? That is a prime example of wired and tired, or tired and wired. Okay. So with that, you want to decrease your caffeine intake, get your hormones intact if you can, and decrease stress and anxiety, because this is a real thing. I'm telling you, the stress and anxiety part, that increases your cortisol as well, which people have who have thyroid issues, they can experience that as well. So the chronic stress can lead to overactive stress response, which is saying, hey, that fight or flight gig, and your body's constantly in it. So when your body's already in it, it's almost like you're running a mile and you're like, wait, I haven't done a thing. So what you want to do is try to relax your mind. They say use yoga if you are that person who is into exercising. Unfortunately, I am not, because it's too slow for me. I'm for raw. It's too slow for me. I'll be like, wait, what? Can we rush this and speed this up? Because I'm always like this. And it's not from this. So naturally, I'm always like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's have fun. Naturally. So just imagine being up there already and then going higher. Boom. You'll see some people, that big hump, buffalo hump on the back of your shoulders. And when people massage it, it feels so much better. That lets you know you have high levels of cortisol. This is how I explain it. When you get that big hump, you be like, what that girl got that hump there for? It is as if the weight of the world is on your shoulders. That's this stress. So you got to release it. And just like you said, Nick, for your New Year resolution, you was like, I'm getting rid of toxic people. That big hump, it get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you don't know what's going on. And then your neck get forward and forward. The weight of the world. Get rid of that stress, lovely people. And there you have it. That is today's medical moment. Steer clear of wired and tired. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, drink more water, get rid of toxic people, like Nick said she is doing, and hang up that phone if somebody call. Boom. Just hit power. And if you see that person that calls it and automatically you get stressed, some people don't know. They'll look at that phone. If you got to say, oh, don't answer it, because that person is causing you stress.
Don't answer
There
it.
you go. So causes of feeling wired and tired: stress and anxiety, hormonal imbalances, caffeine and stimulants, nutrition deficiencies. So look, get your B's, get your vitamins in there. Poor sleep hygiene. So don't do no exercise or no jumping jacks and then decide to go to bed. That's why they say get up early and do it, because to get your adrenaline going. It's hard to fall asleep when you done party. Okay. That's why after you come from the club, do you go straight to bed? Usually not. You got to wind down. When you work 3 to 11, do you go straight to bed? Usually not. You go to sleep, fall asleep probably about like 1 o'clock in the morning. So that is an issue, and we are here to help you correct it by giving you some knowledge. All right, moving on. What you got, Nate? What you want to talk about? The most hot topic of 2025.
The Epsteins. I think that's the most hot topic, the hottest topic.
Is it the Epstein? Okay. Are you
I,
really interested in it like that?
oh man, to read the carnage and stuff that went on.
Uh-huh.
Puffy was a choir boy. He was nothing, nothing.
So do you think that the Epstein files, do you think that the whole, like, the political realm need to be focused on
Well,
his personal get-offs? There you go. That's radio friendly.
I think the political realm is the wrong realm. You giving power to the wrong people. Like in my world, if you never played a sport or anything like that, I'm not giving you power, because the nerds have the power and all they're thinking about is themselves. They're not understanding this is a team effort and everyone has a part to play. They're just carnaging, taking what they want because they wouldn't get it any other way.
Okay. What do you think,
So
Nick? What's the most hot topic of
The most
2025?
the most hot topic.
Biggest hot topic, Sean.
It was Diddy. And we can't lie, Diddy.
that was our biggest hot topic, not the biggest.
Okay. You said our biggest hot topic?
Black folks. That's the black folks. That's a gossip. That's the banana in the tailpipe.
But it's
Okay.
When
still because they didn't went and 50 Cent then did a documentary and just so it was still a big part of everything because then folks was debating whether it was illegal for him to take people out of town or it wasn't illegal to have the sex party. So it was a big thing.
but
It
it
was
was
talked about a lot.
it yeah, and they were like, look at those people. And we tuned in, and that's part of the problem. That's the banana in the tailpipe. And no, it wasn't illegal. Them people were of age.
Exactly.
You can't tell me what I can't do. She's okay with the bowling ball. So why can't I do the bowling ball? Oh, because I'm in Farrell, PA, and I'm from Youngstown? That's a felony now? And that's what we're putting all our attention in? To where you got the leader of the free world throwing babies up, well, allegedly, doing what he doing? But Puffy's what we talking about. Yeah, okay. All
But I
right.
mean it's all
You people,
yeah.
they're like, hey, look at this hand. Look at this hand. And they got the other hand in your purse. But we like, oh, look at that hand. Wow, look at that hand. Hey, where'd my Newports go? Where's my wallet? So yeah, no, no. Puffy's not the biggest. Well, that's just my
Okay.
look at it. So
Maybe because it's the most recent.
what is?
That's the most recent news.
No. Epstein was released after the Puffy verdict.
No, I'm talking about, but Puffy is still recent. That's within the last few months, right?
Well, they want to keep it in front of your face, so you keep looking at that. So he can still be taking 13 and 12-year-olds doing what he want to do with. No, that's not bad. They're trying to change laws for the age of consent because of him. You know that? They're trying to change laws.
Oh, definitely know that.
And we're looking at, well, Puffy and that 30-year-old
What
did
about
some crazy.
Kanye? Y'all forgot about Kanye?
Yeah, we did. Because they kept Puffy in our face. You know, Puffy and that 30-year-old, oh, they did some this and he did that, and he did this. We're like, whoa. What about the dude with the 12-year-old? Let's talk about that. No. Puffy rubbed it in his nipple. Oh, it's the banana. It is the banana in the tailpipe.
So, so we're not going to talk about Justin Bieber and all his antics that occurred prior to. We know what it was.
We
Well,
can.
we know where it resulted from, but
We
we can
can.
talk about that.
But we're still on the same banana. Let's look at the whole fruit basket. There's more fruit in this basket than just bananas.
Okay, let's talk about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. We forgot about that.
What? I forgot about that.
See, that's one thing about the people. When
That's the power.
it just eliminates.
That's the power of media. That's the power of media.
Well, what they did, they lost a lot of publicists. That was when they first decided, hey, guess what? We coming over here. And remember, who was it? Tyler Perry gave him a place to stay and all that other stuff because they didn't have a place to stay. All right. Who else do we have? Taylor Swift and
Kelsey.
Remember, that was like, I guess that was like the news. And this is all over. So, we got that. What else was there? What else happened in
25?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What else was there?
Nate became on the panel. Yay! The Agitator was a panel member.
Yes, you did. You did.
I think that by far that was the biggest and best of
That was the biggest of us.
Okay. I think. Who's going to argue with that?
Not us. I think that was pretty much it. So what Nick was saying, Diddy would be the more like
glamorized.
Because we didn't even talk about the Kardashians like that much. It was just like, what are they doing? We talked about Ozzy Osbourne.
His passing.
Yeah.
We had some deaths. Michael Jamal Warner.
That was one, yeah. And I think that's still there. So that didn't just go to, we didn't forget that part. I think it was the whole Kanye because they was like building him up so high, like, oh yeah, we're done. and they're canceling him, but Kanye is still Kanye doing his thing. So it's sounding like we are getting away from celebrity gossip and getting into real situations. Are we tired of the celebrity gossip?
Yes, we
Yeah, yeah. But that's what media throws in our face. That's what it's feeding us. Epstein Files is on page 27. Puffy is still on front page news.
So you think that it's just like a
smoke and mirrors.
distraction?
The banana in the tailpipe.
A
Keep him
distraction.
looking over here. And while we do this, he's changing laws. Do you know one of the laws you were telling me about is they're changing the age of consent to like 7 or not consent, but you can't get any assistance. You know, you can get assistance while your child is 18 or younger than 18.
Mhm.
Now they're trying to change it to 7.
Yeah, and medical. And
Medical, all that stuff.
I remember they were also talking about if they were going to be testing people who are addicts. Remember that
Mhm.
was this year. They were going to test people who were addicts,
I can
and
agree with that one.
if they tested positive, their children were going to be taken off of Medicaid.
Wow. Medicaid? I thought it was just the stamps and the money.
No, Medicaid,
Oh,
medical.
wow.
And but listen, if I'm on drugs and I know, oh God, my children they need medical, maybe I need to stop and really look at my child again. How much does my child mean to me? And we did talk about the age gap. We also talked about the food stamps and the changing of that. How about the Section 8 issue? That
Yeah.
was these are things that are actually going on who that affects all of us. Because
Puffy.
if you are connected to someone and people don't realize it, trust and believe that person you're connected to, it impacts you.
Right.
And I'm
But
going to say, hey, do you know where they're feeding families? Hey, what do we need to do? Hey, my cousin is going to be homeless. Is she going to have to come stay with me? Section 8, 2 years. Y'all remember that?
yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, we're
That's
going to do
huge.
this in 2 years. Don't get comfortable. These are things that are far more important than celebrity news. And that's why I wanted to bring that up. What do you have, Nick?
The student loans now, he passed a bill that where if you are in default, they can take garnish your wages from your job. They can go if you're on Social Security, they can garnish half of that, and they can also take your state and federal taxes. Like,
Okay, let me say this to you. That's always been.
you're right, but they kind of
Security,
got
that's
lax.
different. But
That's
a lot of people don't. This is why they say and see. And when you're talking in default, it's usually something going on. So if you are dealing with something, you won't be. You go and you say, what is it called? When you go and you be like, hey, I'm having hardship. So if you're in hardship, you can't do it. So you just have to remember during tax season, lovely people, hurry up, call those people if you owe them and say, hey, blah blah blah. But they've been doing that.
time out.
But the Social Security, they have not. You got to
Yeah,
hurry.
they're gonna start doing that.
Go ahead.
That's not important. You know what Puffy did to that 28-year-old? Oh,
But no, that's what right. That's what I'm saying. Celebrity news is not the people who have a lot of podcasts, and there's a lot of podcasters out there, and they bank on spreading celebrity gossip, and that's what theirs is on. So they're gonna have to change and pivot to do something a little different. But back to you have the like I said, the Section 8 2 years. Nick brought up adding that Social Security, so that's different because usually you didn't have to do that.
Right.
That's a new one. Is important. Nick also brought up something that was very, very important as far as like women, adults being abducted. They are abducting a lot of people, and men, you are not safe either because your organs is coming out, okay, and
right.
they're in certain bodies and physique. So be careful with that. Always check your surroundings, as your parents said a long time ago. When you have those ear pods on, use one and keep one open, and get off your phone. Just take a break. Get off your phone, put it in your pocket. You don't need to be on that mug all the time. Go ahead.
It was scary about that abduction because I thought I knew exactly who you're talking to because the same thing happened to a friend of mine in South Carolina. And they like, he went and got a rag out of his trunk.
Uh-huh.
And I was listening to that story. I'm like, you must know this person. Because the story, I just heard it yesterday. Hey, yeah, people take that airport, watch yourself. Be always mindful and aware.
Now, you know
Because
what's interesting? I'm glad she brought that up because it sounded like he was trying to talk to her. I mean, I don't know the situation, but how often have guys be like, hey, come here, let me holler at you for a minute. And you just go on to talk like you're meeting somebody new. And then boom, there you are. Your guard is down. You're open for meeting somebody new. And bam, they got you. So you just have to be careful. It is so important to look at your surroundings. And even if that's not the case, because even with like pumping your gas, you gotta know what you're doing. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you wear like your wedding ring, like he said, my wife, you're not going to be a target if they think that if you have a wedding ring and they see, oh, okay, well, she had a husband. What does that mean? That means that somebody's going to be looking for her. So for the females, when you see that, that's what it does. But so you just gotta be careful. And back to what is it? Stranger danger. As an adult, you got to look at that too. Stranger danger. This is a real thing, a real talk. So, people, I pray that you have a great new year. Please, please, please have a great, great, great new year. It is so important. And when you're dealing with, I was talking about social media, get outside, talk to people, communicate that way, but be careful. We already went through that, when you're talking to people. Stranger danger, stay far back, always remain your safety. It is so important. And when you're reading a lot of these titles and things like that, be careful because those subtitles, they have something crazy. So today's footnote is drawing conclusion from the title and not the content. That's going to cause an issue. So be careful. Okay. So please don't draw conclusions from the title. Read the content to see what it is. That clickbait is something, and everybody has jumped on the like bandwagon. Other people who are trying to be out there in the media world want to get a podcast. Don't get discouraged. Do not get discouraged because you don't have likes. Don't get discouraged because you only have one comment. It does not mean that the people aren't listening, because 9 times out of 10 they are listening. But this happens a lot. They just don't want their friends to know that they're listening. Find you, embrace you, most importantly, always, always love you. Until next week, people, you know what it is. 1, 2, 3. Shut
Shut
up.
up. Oh my God.
Gosh.
She
Yeah,
fired.
that was him.
Oh,
She was.
I was done before everybody. That was him.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Everybody, real quick, who was the bad one?
Comment of the month. Comment of the week. Please inbox me, Nate or Nick, with your address, and you'll have a lovely Shop Talk surprise. All right? All right. Again, find you, embrace you, most importantly, always, always love you, and make the best decision for you. Okay?
Amen.
Amen and amen and amen.
Amen.